What's going on, Master Duel fans? James Polk here. Of course, additional missions have been arrived. Basically, did 20 more duels, had my gems in, cashed in for some new packs, and of course, sooner rather than later, once I get a little tinkering with the new decks of my favorite choices coming into plan together, sooner rather than later, we'll be giving some tweaks to newer decks to my liking. And all I can say is, it's in the making progress, you know, step by step. Anyway, before we get into the action for you guys know the drill. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And with this hand, all I can say is wild. One set. Normal Madolche. Effect Veiler. Doesn't make a difference. Okay, actually it does. Putting Sister as 1, Maxi as 2. And it's go time on the Maxi challenge. Misting Seedlings, discard Hotcakes, grab Awakening Force, revive Hotcakes. Hotcakes, target banish the duck. For Gelato, Gelato getting Salon. Salon, Awakening Force, discard Angel Jelly, toss off Vera, revive Angel Jelly. Angel Jelly for another Gelato. Teacher Souffle as 1 to return 2 cards. And Gelato getting Chateau. Angel Jelly, just the one of. Salon setting and flipping up ticket. 2 together for Fresh Sister Tart. Chateau. Shuffle both Gelatos. Ticket for the same Gelato. Gelato to search. Nothing because Ash is a card. 23, 2021. Lethal. And this next matchup, looking at this hand, extra wild. So let's see, Primitive Planet Reichphobia, so Scare Claw action. Grabbing Reichheart, normal to Reichheart, getting Scare Claw Twin Saw, and set 2 could be literally anything. Normal Madolche. Madolche will not be getting anything because Ash is a card. Doesn't make a difference. Putting Sister to the field. Twin Saw triggers, tribute Reichheart. Destroy, yet shuffle back both. Putting Sister and Madolche hitting to the banish pile because of Call by the Grave. Salon. Vernusylph Duck, discard Hotcakes for Angel Jelly. Special Hotcakes, extra normal Angel Jelly tribute. Now keep this in mind, guys. When I first had Putting Sister triggered from the hand for the free special, I chose not to use the effect the first time because I already knew for the fact that the Scareclaw already had Twin Saw off from Reichheart. So to make sure I was able to get Pudding Sister's effect to go off, make sure the Ash takes the bait And any other interruption takes the bait as well to make sure Pudding Sister guarantees to get the effect off, and it's go time from there on out. Pudding Sister was about to summon something, and then Scareclaw player realizes Pudding Sister is the problem of the deck. And this next matchup, this hand, extra unplayable. Normals, Incredible Ecclesia, and one set. Top decks, another Imperm, hand is unplayable. Guiding Quem. Card is always treated as a Dogmatica and Despia. When it comes to Guiding Quem, as a light level 4 spellcaster, 15 both ways, random, 15 defense, that means possessed traps from my Charmer builds. When it comes to Guiding Quem, normal or special, send one Fallen to Albaz or one card that mentions it from death to graveyard, so Foolish Burials, that involves Albaz, and then if a card leaves the field, or actually if a card leaves the extra deck outside of the damage step, target one Fallen to Albaz or one monster that mentions it in the graveyard that isn't Guiding Quem, special it out. Each effect once. And by the way, if you guys recently tuned in to the Market Watch, not sponsored by the way, all I can say is that Guiding Quem just blew up the entire roof in terms of price points. Thanks to Joshua Schmidt from YCS Baloney, where Guiding Quem is way up in price. Last time I checked, it was around like 50, 60, maybe a lot higher, who knows. So Guiding Quem won't be doing anything due to Imperm. Incredible Ecclesia for Albaz. Bestial Sauronier. Banish Incredible. Bestial Despiter. Sauronier. Foolishing Branded Retribution. Baldrake. Banish Sauronier. Despiter. Won't be doing anything because of impermanence. Give me a second. I thought I swore, let me see. When your opponent activates a monster effect. Oh, monster effect. Okay, that is not what I thought it was when it comes to, this Spader's quick effect. Because I thought I swore it said whenever your opponent activates a card or effect, but it's only monster effect as it turns out. So 35, 18, 25. 200 points left. There we go. Able to top deck a Madolche. So Salon activates. Chain Branded Beast. Ticket activates. Salon granted a extra summon out of Angel Jelly. I believe it was Branded Beast tributing Albaz for the Salon. Angel Jelly for Pudding Sister. Pudding Sister. Dispater. Shuffle back Incredible Ecclesia. As a result, Pudding Sister gets killed for Pudding Princess. Pudding Sister shuffle back. Ticket getting Madeline. Normal Madeline getting another Madeline. Two together for Teacher Souffle. Fall Drake, tribute the Spader. Teacher Souffle, make herself unaffected by monsters. Teacher Souffle go up into Ala mode. Ala mode, shuffle back Salon. Ala mode, detach. Teacher Souffle for Hotcakes. Hotcakes, banish and target Teacher Souffle for Gelato. Gelato, bringing back the Salon. Chateau. Salon. As well as Ala mode would trigger, but Bestial Albaz player scooped. And this next matchup, looking at this hand, I'd say weird. Normal Earth statue and pass. Lightning Storm. It is a good thing I never committed too much out of this. Numerons. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4,000 flat. Saryuja, Appaloosa, Avermax. There's the Avermax. Yo! Shatter Foil, Mech Knight Crusadia, Avermax. Wow. So, Avermax is on the field. We can't target it, as well as if we have a special summon monster battling it, it's not going to end well. So set. I believe it was normal Hotcakes, basically. Yeah, straight up summon Hotcakes. And then Hotcakes, target banish the Earth statue for Gelato. Gelato, I believe that was getting Salon. Activate it. Salon for that extra summon of another Hotcakes, and because it's Avermax, we can't do too much. Twin Twister. Discard Planet Pathfinder, hitting the set and ticket. Promenade with the save to return the special summon Gelato to negate Twin Twister. Ticket and Salon. Salon set Promenade. And Ticket getting Pudding Sister. Avermax battles the normal summoned Hotcakes. Shuffle back. And opponent passes. Pudding Sister. Free special. Activate for Pudding Princess in hand. Angel Jelly for the extra summon. Special out Gelato. Gelato getting Chateau. Two together for Fresh Sister Tart. Two together for Queen Tiramisu. Queen Tiramisu. Hotcakes and Gelato. Avermax and the field spell goes. Ticket as 1, Salon as 2. Double Gelato for Teacher Souffle. And then opponent scoops. And last but not least, this hand, awkward. Set, normals, the Neo Space Connector, fires off the Imperm, and pass. Cosmic Cyclone, the set. What do we hit? Whoa! Super Soldier Ritual. Okay, so up against, BLS. Salon. Extra normal of Madolche. Madolche getting Maxseed, which is gonna get called by Maxseed's negate. Madolche getting another Madolche. Extra normal Madolche. There's the Ash. Two together. For Teacher Souffle. Teacher Souffle, detach, unaffected. Teacher Souffle go up into Alamo. Alamo. For Madolche to get shuffled back. Salon set ticket. And of course, I literally just realized this is where this whole entire game is gonna get awkward. Opponent drew, opponent pass. I drew, opponent takes 25, and I pass. Opponent drew, opponent passes. I drew, Corolla, Vernusylph Bear, discarding Changing Seasons just to get ashed. Alamo 25 and pass. Whoa. BLS Legendary Swordsman. Its hand effect will indeed trigger. So let's see what's up with the hand effect real fast. During your draw phase, before you draw, reveal this, give up your normal draw this turn, and if you do, add one ritual spell from deck to hand. Literally any ritual spell in any shape or form. And then when it comes to the other effects, you can ritual summon with Chaos Form or Super Soldier Ritual. Must be ritual summon, no other ways. And then your opponent cannot activate cards or effects during your battle phase specifically. Okay, that is actually gross. And then when this attacking card that was ritual summoned using a normal monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can shuffle all cards your opponent controls into the deck. Wow, that is nasty. And then Super Soldier Synthesis, of course. So aside from the usual ritual summoning shtick of BLS ritual monsters, the only way to do so is send one light and one dark, one from hand, one from deck, to the graveyard, whose total levels equals exactly 8. Normal Aqua Dolphin into Almirage, and a BLS player just give up. And of course, throughout the course of the whole entire missions of doing some duels, already got the Duelist Cups missions all cleared out, and if that's not the case, deck profile time for you guys. And of course, as we jumped into this deck profile for what I've been running in the Duelist Cup, it is Vernusylph Madolche again, just like last season or the inception of this current season. And all I can say is that this deck can actually explode if you're able to get the right hands doing so. And with that being said, let us jump into the unique showcasing of Vernusylph Madolche for you guys. So for the Vernusylph package, you got 1 Flowering Fields, 1 Thawing Mountains, 2 Misting Ceilings, 2 Flourishing Hills, 2 Awakening Forests, 1 Vera, 1 Corolla, 2 Changing Seasons, and 1 Flower Buds. So the majority of the games where, when it comes to having Vernusylphs in hand, in case cards were to be baited out like Ash, Maxi, there were times is where I have my opponents being caught off guard just so that I'm able to do different lineup plays. It's just to make them waste hand traps, and then before they think they can gather up so much advantage, it's basically either OTK them or set up as many interruptions as I quickly could. And then the Madolche package, 2 copies of Madolche hotcakes. Unless you have a Salon, you normally don't want to draw the card ever. 3 Madolche Madeleines, 2 Gelatos. Don't draw this card ever. 2 copies of Angel Jelly, 2 Pudding Sisters, 1 Pudding Princess. Pudding Princess actually comes up a lot because her after damage calculation effect for spot removal cards, people never really underestimate how much value that Pudding Princess actually gets, especially the fact that if you have something like Angel Jelly to special summon out Pudding Princess in any situation in terms of unbreakable boards, Pudding Princess has so much value in terms of removal. So that way, if you don't have anything else to keep yourself going from dealing with unbreakable boards, Pudding Princess is definitely the way to go. And I totally understand that most Madolche players, if not all of them, don't play Pudding Princess, but at the same time, she's only in there to clear away the problematic floodgates as well, which is super nice. And then the rest of the Madolche cards, Chateau, Ticket, Salon, all searched out by Gelato. Same goes for the 2 Promenade. 1 is not enough and 3 is too much. So I figured 2 Promenade is definitely the way to go to some degree. And then as for the non-engine, Ghost Belle, only Ghost Belle specifically, she is a earth monster, so that means your restrictions off from the Vernusylph monsters do not matter at all. And the niche interaction is that if you already used Ghost Belle, if you have something like Vernusylph Flowering Fields and another monster or a Vernusylph card, you can just literally bring back the Ghost Belle to the hand, so that if your opponent has a lot of Reborns or a lot of Recursion cards, you can just completely shut it off with that same Ghost Belle, whether if it's your turn or your opponent's turn, which is super insane. Again, the restriction of the Vernusylph's non-earth effects do not matter at the slightest. And then Barrier Statue at the drop, the whole deck is earth, the whole deck is basically free pass. And then Triple Tactics Talent. Most of the time throughout the whole entire Duelist Cup is usually where if I don't have any more summons or any other extenders at that point, we usually go for the draw too. Otherwise, if I expect my opponent to have bigger monsters, we're just going to take it and then try to either OTK or set up boards of my own as well. And then 2 Forbidden Chalice. Card is really, really good. 1 Cosmic Cyclone, 1 Call by the Grave. The 1 Cosmic Cyclone, it seems random for the sake of Runics, because now that they had Runic Fountain at 1, which, by the way, I am still shot surprised that I still see Runics play to this day, even though with 1 fountain specifically on Master Duel, because the card is limited now. This basically is a 1-for-1 trade-off, so that the 1 Cosmic Cyclone is only there for the sake of Runic Fountain. And if we are able to knock out the fountain, Runic players should easily scoop at that point. And then 3 Infinite Impermanence is by far the best card, because you literally do not want to lose to Thrust or Tactics. Tactics is really bad right now in terms of the opponent's tactics. It's like, if any of your starters or your board breakers are in your hand, and if the opponent finds out what you're playing, if they get rid of either a starter or your board breaker, you just lose. Like, you literally lose. And then extra deck, starting off with the non-Madolche extra deck cards. Virtual World Shell Jaja. Jaja definitely comes up at least once or twice throughout the whole entire Duelist Cup, because there are games to some degree in which if I expect to see any monsters that deals with untargetable or being destroyed by card effects, Jaja can actually clear out monsters, and it's just so that you are able to put your opponents under pressure. Gaga Cowboy. Cowboy's in Earth. His 800 burn damage for a game is extra relevant, and of course it avoids your Vernusylph restrictions, which it doesn't matter at the slightest. Babushka. Babushka definitely comes up a lot, because to some degree is where in any simplified game state is where if you already have Vera on your field alongside with Changing Seasons, assuming that Vera is in a graveyard, any given time throughout your opponent's turn, you could just have Vera revive Babushka to defense specifically, so that throughout the whole entire opponent's turn, they are stunned in terms of monster effects. Like, there's not much they can do with the exception of Link monsters. But otherwise, during your opponent's turn, as long as you keep Vera on the field, you just constantly keep reviving Babushka, just so that you're going to keep on stunning them from monster effects turn after turn after turn. And then Drill Driver Vesperado. This card kills people in terms of Pierce Battle damage. Mrs. Radiant for the OTK. Alsa stealing Earth monsters. There were times in which, when it comes to Alsa stealing Earths, she doesn't steal Earth monsters anymore as much as she used to, with the exception of Max C, and it made me think, I really never saw the point out of this. Like, don't get me wrong, Alsa, great card, for the sake of searching, most, if not all, monsters to some degree, but it's like, if I can't capitalize with specific Earth archetype full of monsters, it's basically where it's not going to help me do any favors with that said Alsa link, and it's like, if I don't put my opponents under pressure for the sake of going offense with that Alsa, then it's basically your alternative maneuver is to crash into something, get yourself a Vernusylph piece that isn't either Vera or Awakening Forests or Flourishing Hills, not even Flowering Fields either. So in terms of Vernusylphs, you have Bear, Duck, yeah, just mainly Bear and Duck at the very most. And it's just so that if you have any extra cards left in your hand for the sake of the Vernusylph combos, you can just keep on putting your opponents under pressure, and then you should be able to either stun them with the Earth Statue, or you could just go Mind Control with Vera, or just like find a way to clear out the whole entire Unbreakable board with the Madolche stuff. And then Geonator Transverser, this card comes up a whole lot because creature swapping without targeting is insane for that matter. And then the Madolche cards. 2 Tiramisu basic, 2 Teacher Souffle basic. There was some games in which in any situation between Teacher Souffle and Madolche Hotcakes, in some matches, it's where if I am able to sniff out a read where if they have Ash Blossom in their hand, I can just go Teacher Souffle to make sure her tower's effect of monster effects are getting passed on to Hotcakes, so that not only I'm guaranteed to E-Telly out another Madolche off from Hotcakes, but if they have something like Nibiru, and yet if my Madolche Hotcakes did not trigger all this time, the moment they go Nibiru, Hotcakes will stay on the field because of Teacher Souffle, and then once they grant me the Nibiru token, Madolche Hotcakes keep on extending by using its own effect to E-Telly out more Madolches, and if I'm able to clear out boards with the assistance of Teacher Souffle and Madolche, you should be able to put people under pressure. And then 2 Pudding Princess Chocolate a la modes card is ridiculousness. And then Madolche Fresh Sister Tart card is amazing because saving grace and back row protection from targeting or destruction. Fresh Sister Tart puts in a lot of work. And unfortunately, the second copy of Fresh Sister Tart never came up, but that second copy is most likely gonna get cut for something else. I'll figure out for a extra deck space for that matter, as long as it's Earth, to be specific, because of Vernusylph strategies. And with that being said, this is James Polk on this unique deck profile of Vernusylph Madolche in the Duelist Cup. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you haven't already, smash the notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated. And we'll catch you guys next time.